Okay, good morning, guys. Today we've got AMD. It's looking pretty decent. We have lows here of $1.10 and highs of $1.77. It does look like it's breaking down, but we had a lot of action in the post market yesterday, so there could be a bounce off any of these levels. So I guess the closest one's going to be 99 cents. FREQ had a good run up today as well, going from lows of 41 cents to highs here of $1.26. So we have a really good range on this one too. It does look like it's consolidated mostly for the day or for the pre-market here, but we might see some action on open. We have ARBB here as well, going from 386 to a high of 666. So, I mean, we've got another one with good range here, but again, we're looking like we're in a consolidation. We kind of want to break above this 480 mark and probably above this 490. Yeah, about 492 here, above that 200. PRFX is another one. This one looks a little bit better, in my opinion. About 689 here to a high of 1138. We got WAVS going from lows of about $11 to highs of $18.50. So we have a good range. I don't really like playing stuff at this point, but you know what? It is what it is. It might be a little bit higher in price, but it could have some movement. We have this one here going from 27 cents all the way up to 39 cents, and SAI going from lows of $1.90 to highs here of about 2.59. I'm not really a huge fan of SAI, but you know, it is what it is. We'll roll with it. Other than that, yeah, we're just waiting for market to open, and we'll see what moves. AIMD AIMD is looking okay here. It is breaking above that 116 level. Currently not holding. We got FREQ here, kind of breaking above as well. Hang on, just need to fix something here. Okay, so FREQ looks like it's probably gonna go. FREQ, I kind of want to try for 60 cents as an entry. We'd be looking at probably trying to get this to 66, and we're gonna go with a 58 stop on it. So we're looking for a stop right about, well, yeah, I guess a stop right here. I'd like it a little bit lower, but we'll see what we can get for an entry here. Looks like we're getting 60. We drop down to 59, so maybe you get 59 for an entry. If you get 59, if you picked it up at 59, make sure you move your stop down to the bottom of 57 here. Give you a little bit more room. So I'm going to say entered FREQ 0.59 SL 0.57, so nobody's confused. AIMD is back down a little bit, so we're not going to touch that just yet. We do have ARBB as well breaking down. PRFX, nice green candle so far. We've got waves halted right away here at 632. So we can take a look at waves. Yeah, that was a nice little push right there. PRFX looks like it's probably going to halt too. We're up at $8.80 currently from a start of around 780, so we must be getting very close to a halt on that. You could jump in for a halt if it's not too late. It looks like it's too late. It looks like it already halted. EFSH down, and SAI is up pretty good as well. AIMD still holding on, and we are down to 58. Looks like it stopped me out. Should have stopped me out. Let's see. Lows 57, 52 on this candle. No, on this candle though. It says it straight to the stop there, but it didn't get me. Up to 60. I'm going to take a little bit, because I should be out of this anyway. ARBB is looking like it kind of, we're seeing a little bit of a curl up here on ARBB, so I'm going to go ahead and try for this around 4, maybe 450. Can we get a little lower than 450 though? I'm kind of hoping that we can get this back down to like 440. Let's just say 440 then. Go for 440. We're going to try for at least $5. I don't think that's too much to ask for. That is slightly above the 200 EMA, though. And then we'll go with the 430 stop, because I don't think I really... Oh, here we're going through a drop, so we'll see what we can get. We don't want to break a new low here, so... Yeah, let's say 430. If you can get lower, obviously you can get a little bit lower here, so honestly not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, because, I mean, as long as we don't break a new low, it should be fine, but we're getting pretty close. So just jump in wherever you can. Make sure you keep your stop relatively the same, though. $434. Okay, and then stop is just 430. So if we hit it, we hit it. Looks like we're stopping out. 4-cent stop right there, so not the end of the world. Didn't want to hold to a new low. We'll see if it comes back. FREQ, massive move up to 63. Make sure you trim. Something like that, 62, 63. Good move back up. AMD is still holding on. PRFX is halted. Waves is halted. EFSH is down. SAI is back down again, but this is a good spot to try to get in. So I'm going to jump in on SAI here around 220. Yeah, 220. Going to go for 245 with a 2. Let's see. We want to get below the 200 here. If we get 220, we could probably do a 215. You know what? I'm going to give it 212 because I kind of want to get below that next area of support as well. So this kind of might be a little bit large of a stop, but not the worst. EFSH is down pretty good. No, we don't really want to touch that. I don't think it looks like it's going to continue its breakdown here. FRQ's back down to 60. We got AMD not really doing a whole lot here. Pennies have sucked this month. No, you're not wrong. I missed quite a few days already, though. I missed the 3rd, the 5th, the 6th, the 10th, and the 13th. So I've only been here for like half the time this month so far. But from my experience, it's been like not as bad as last month. Last month was pretty slow, but it hasn't been great, that's for sure. And KLA, let's take a look. Yeah, and KLA is going pretty good. Oh my, look at that. It's a lot of price action. Put a area support there. This one's kind of a little bit tough to map out. There's not a ton here, even though there's a lot of price action. Yep, that one's really going. It might break high day here. We'll keep an eye on it because it looks good. ARBB is looking to come back a little bit. We've got FREQ moving back up to 63 and then back down. We've got AMD. Might go for a double bottom here around this 110 mark. Did I jump into SAI yet? No, not yet. I should probably do that though. Or somewhere around here. Yeah, we did drop down to 221. Not a terrible place to pick it up. Good call though. I thought I was in that, but I wasn't. EFSH is still doing its thing. Waves has resumed. It is all the way back down. Looks like it's actually halted again down. PRFX can't be too far behind. 633 at 638, so this should unhalt here any second. If it starts moving up, we'll probably jump in on it real quick. Alright, I guess that's it for me. I'm jumping in. We're going to try to anyway. We're going to go PRFX, $9. Maybe you can get lower, maybe get 880. We're going to go for 1050 with a 860 stop. Jump in wherever you can and give it about 40 cents for a stop. Looking for the rebound. We're not getting $9 here, that's for sure. So we're probably going to be going for around 860 then. Somewhere close to VWAP. we'll go 820 for stop. 840's VWAP. Somewhere around there would be great. But obviously don't push it too far, you might miss it. So stop is going to be 826. 826 is going to be right there. Back up to 922 from 860. I mean, like, not bad. I'll definitely trim some here, 930. Trimming PRFX on 930. 945, whatever you can get. And NKLA did make a move higher, so it broke high a day. It did come back down. We are still seeing lots of buying pressure on this. I'm not quite ready to... Yeah, I'm not really quite ready to jump in on this one yet. ARBB is breaking down further. FRAQ is back down, so we're probably going to stop out this time, but at least we got a couple cents out of it. So I'm not too worried if we do. Although, honestly, if you're still in this, moving your stop down even a little bit here, like maybe 56.5, could be the deciding factor on if you get another bounce and go even higher. AMD's, yeah, not really doing a whole lot yet, so I think we're just going to leave AMD alone. And KLA, man, this looks like it wants to go. I think I have to give it a shot. And KLA, 285 would be probably the best we could hope for. We're gonna go for 3. It's too optimistic to say like 330. We could try for 330 and then like a 275 stop. We're almost at that point where we could give it 10 cents. So going 275, well, that puts us right above the, you could put that up if you want 276, 277, depending where you get in. Not the end of the world. Unless you get lower than 285. If you can get lower than 285, make sure you put that stop down a couple cents instead, because that's going to be a good area too. Okay. FREQ does bounce. And KLA is still struggling around those 285 area. So I'm gonna say wait a minute, maybe. Maybe we can get a better entry. SAI is moving up, so we're up to 235. So make sure you trim SAI. SAI 235. That's a pretty big move there. Anywhere around this 230 area is going to be good. And KLA is still holding that area. PRFX is halted. It unhalted and then immediately halted. Didn't even get to see it. Wave should be unhalting pretty quick as well. $637, $642, yeah, should be unhalting unless it's a 10-minute. SAI back down. And KLA down. So, yeah, I think this is where I'm going to be looking to jump in. I know this is kind of counterintuitive because we said we were going to jump in earlier, but it looked like it was struggling, so this is going to be the spot, I think, around 270. So 270. Oh, we'll give this a 260 stop. Yeah, I can see that. So I'm just going to recall this now. And KLA, 270. $3 at least, and a 260. I really want to hit $3 off this. I think that's probably doable. We already broke a new high, so it shouldn't be too far off. Kind of bullish here. It's looking good. Right off VWAP. We are very close to turning bearish, though, which is kind of a little bit worrisome, but we'll see what happens. FRAQ bounces nicely. ARBB is potentially coming back, but let's take a look. We're getting close to the 200 on the 5, so this $3.99 area, $4 area could be the bounce point. $278, $280. We're going to take some profit. Trimming NKLA, $280. If I can type. EFSH not looking too terrible here. SAI is still holding that 225 zone. Good. Good. Waves is unhalted and making its way back up. I don't really like this price point, but it has already moved $1. As another dollar, it could move back up to 15, but oh, tough choices, tough choices. I guess we should just start taking shots wherever we can. So waves, or WAVs, whatever you want to call it, Western Acquisition Ventures. We're going to be trying for about 13, maybe 1360. We're going to go for at least 15 bucks with maybe just a $13 flat. Yeah, see, that's really tight though. We could probably get this a whole dollar. So like 12.60. I hope that's not too much. Too big of a stop. My math starts to get a little shoddy once we get to this price point. Not quite as used to it. And KLA hits that 280, 283. We're looking about 280. I wouldn't say 290 for the next one, probably 289, 288, something like that. FREQ still holding on. AMD's breaking down, that's why we didn't touch that. ARB is not doing much. We got NKLA moving up a little bit. Waves 1345, so this is pretty close to where we want to get in on waves. WAVS. Gonna jump in here, 1320. Okay. Got pretty close. Am I gonna move this down though? I don't think I am. I kind of expect it to bounce. I don't want it to come back quite as low. So if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I really don't like this price point, so I'm not gonna force it. We're almost at that 288 level, so make sure you trim again. So we're trimming NKLA 288-ish. Might get a nice pop. There's 289 right there. You might get there's 290. All right, NKLA 290. Next one we're looking for is going to be the high a day, so 295. How did I not? There we go. FREQ is breaking down, so I don't think this is going to be worth holding unless we get a bounce like right off this level. SAI back up to 230. We're looking for more than 230. I'm thinking we're looking for about 240 on this next one, because what did we get? We got 230 on the SAI. 235, yeah, so at least 240 on that next pull. Wow, look at that EFSH move. 27 to 31. That's actually huge. There's also a couple other things that are halting, so we're stopping out on waves. Not a point holding past this. Although, I mean, like, this could just be me being stubborn. We'll see. We're going to see real quick if this is just... I'm going to leave that there because I want to see if this is me being stubborn. PRFX is unhalted up, and I'm going to jump in with some more shares. Wait. What am I talking about? We've been holding this. I have an open position with this. Okay. Definitely trimming. Dude, I'm out of it today. Not watching my open position screen very well, apparently. Because we're up pretty big on this. That explains the big green number there. Yeah, so I guess we don't even need to get into PRFX. We should just be holding it. Wow, it is up even higher now. It is past $12. Is it halted? Because if it's not halted, I want to take some more. No, it looks halted. I would have been taking more earlier if I had remembered that we had even been in this. Yeah, it's halted. Okay, whatever. I got some at 1140, so not the worst thing in the world. FREQ looks like it's just breaking down, so we're going to leave that be. NKLA does look like it's moving towards that 295 area. We'll see if it breaks 295. Waves, yeah, alright. So, like, realistically, we'd be waiting for a break at the low here, so 240 or 1249, so we'll see if it breaks down from there. EFSH is holding that zone. SAI does look like it's going to make that pop to 240. We'll just have to wait and see if it can break through this 235 resistance. We have, it's pretty even buy-sell orders right now. Boom, breaking through, 239. Not quite, there you go, 242, trimming. Nice little pop. PRFX gonna be halted for a while, and KLA we're still hoping for 295. AMD, this is close to that bottom support here, 99 cents. Now is it gonna hold here? Selling pressure on NKLA. We might come back down from here. Waves is bouncing back up to 13, and we have SAI holding 240. We moved up to almost 250. 250 is going to be like the next area to take profit. Massive green and massive red. All right, it's back down. We're looking at VWAP here, 226. We could probably pick up more shares here. I kind of think that's the smart thing to do. So we're going to go SAI, 225, 226. We're going to go for 250 and a 2. What do we want for a stop here? Just 220? Yeah. We don't need a huge stop on this one. If you can get lower, obviously move your stop down a cent or two, but otherwise that should be fine. This is going to be, yeah, looks like it will be a 226 entry unless we get a pop down really fast. NKLA 280, PRFX still halted, waves, yeah, not really going anywhere. SAI back to 230. ARBB might go here. We did get really close to bouncing off that low on the 5 minutes, so we'll see about that. NKLA is coming down as well. We're getting very close to VWAP. So with NKLA, we could be looking at picking up more shares of VWAP here. Bands are coming in a little tight. I think this is also not the worst idea in the world. So NKLA will go for like a 275. About, yeah, 275 entry. We'll go, yeah, 295 is not a terrible PT for this. And a 265 stop is probably pretty reasonable. So we'll go 265 for a stop. So we're right at VWAP right now. We're at 273. Jump in wherever you can. Waves, nice move back up. We got stopped out, but nice move. SAI, wow, massive drop. We're stopping out on SAI quicker than I was. Oh my god, we just got wicked out. Oh well, what can you do? They could jump back in. I think that's probably, honestly, the smart move. Stopped out of SAI, but jumping back in slightly lower here and adjusting stop loss to 212. Yeah, about 218 for an entry here. Do we need a 212 stop? Probably not. I hope not. We're already at 224. This is looking pretty good. I'm gonna trim a little bit at 224. SAI 224. Just because I don't really the volatility on this could kick us back out, and I don't want to take another full stop. SAI holding that 273 to 275 zone pretty good. We moved up to almost 280, so we're looking at probably, yeah, 282, 283 for the first. Yeah, it seems really high up, but yeah, about there for our first trim. PRFX did open up around that 1220. It is back down to 1090, so hopefully you got a trim out on this, maybe. So if not, we're still up like a ridiculous amount on this either way. So not the worst thing in the world either way. SAI back down. We've got NKLA. Nope, NKLA gave it up too. So NKLA is stopping us out at 265. Now the question is, do we jump back in because we're on the 200 on the 1? On the 5, it is quite a bit farther down. We could be looking at a 256 bounce, so it's like a possibility. It's a possibility that it comes down there, and we potentially could get in. Waves is at $14 now. Our SAI is looking a little bit better. It is low volume now, which is not great, but that might pick back up. And KLA, yeah, this might go off this level here. This is the 15-minute 20 EMA. I think I'm going to take another crack at it in KLA at 260. We're going to go to, well, maybe we look for 256. 256, I'm going to say ish. We're going to go for that probably 275 mark with a 2. The range on this isn't even huge. That's the other thing. Maybe just a 250 stop, because we don't need a huge stop. Maybe even 251. Yeah, let's go 251 for a stop. And we're looking for about 261 for our first PT. So we tap that 256 entry. There you go, 261 right there. Make sure you trim. Whoa, I hit all the wrong buttons there. 262, 263. Take it anywhere here. SAI just continues to fall, so we're actually going to be stopping on the remainder of SAI there. I don't know if that covers the fees or not. We'll have to check later. Nasty drop, though. So we can take a guesstimate of where this is going to end up. Could be moving down to 202. Yeah, we'll have to wait for 202 and see what that looks like. So on NKLA, we're looking at probably 267, 268 for our next one. Been stuck in PRFX all day so far. SAI, yeah, just holding on. There's probably some other stuff too that we could look at. I don't think I'm going to play EFSH, so we could look at DMAQ. Okay, well, we had nasty fall on DMAQ. It does look like it's coming back. Volume looks like half decent, but again, we're at the $14 price range. I really don't like that. BRLI, again, that same price wave, or price range. It's reading wave. Anything new on the scanner? AMBO? Nope. Lunar, maybe. No, don't like that either. I think we're good with what we got. Unless there's AMT, Freedom, no, DMAC, no. Yeah, I think we go back to EFSH. SAI, nice pull up so far, and KLA down to 250. So again, we got our first trim and then right to stop. Yeah, I don't think that one covered fees. That one was walked away with 1 cent profit off that, so I don't think that's going to cover fees. But again, we'll see. We're kind of banking on PRFX at this point. Everything's kind of slowing down or grinding to a halt and heading down, and kind of boring so far. PRFX resumed 653, so it halted 650. Yeah, 653 as well. It should have already unhalted, so it must be a 10-minute halt. So we're looking at 703. Waves is doing its thing here. We've got EFSH does look half decent, but I don't really think we're gonna be playing that. SAI's yeah, still not really looking great by any means, but yeah, I think we still have to wait on this if we're even thinking about getting an entry on it. It still looks like NKLA is going to go back up, so I think I need to take another crack at NKLA. So first, NKLA, remainder, and now we're going to go for another NKLA entry around, yeah, see, this is the tough part. Where do we go for an entry? Because, like, unless we're waiting for it to hit 243, we're just looking at price action and waiting for the price action to kind of tell us. Yeah, I'm going to say 250. 250 it's got to be. We're going to go for, again, that 275 area with a 245 stop. Yeah, probably 245 stop. Trying this again. First scale, it's going to be a bit heavier just for safety. I know I don't often say that, but I do it quite often. If something's like doing something like this where it's stopping me out pretty frequently, my first scale is generally a little bit heavier to try and, if it does come back down, stop me out afterwards, I try to get at least break even or a little bit better off it. SAI does look like it's doing the same thing as NKLA and wants to turn back around, but not a lot of volume on that one. At least NKLA has a little bit of volume. What's NQ doing? NQ's been busting and booming all morning. Now we just wait. And KLA almost at 250. We're at 249. Somewhere around here is going to be a decent entry. We're hoping to see that bounce from this area. Actually, we hit 248. What if we can get 247? If we get 247, I'll move my stop down to like 242. All right, taking that entry, I'm going to move it down to 242. I'm not going to move it lower than 242, but we'll see. I could have gotten even lower, to be honest. I got 245. Could have gotten 244. I didn't time it properly. That's okay, though. I'm sure either way, this is going to either be a really good trade or really not really bad trade. It's only 3 cents for a stop either way, but still a lot in fees. We're looking at like 150 bucks in fees, which is almost more than the stop is worth. Hmm. 251 from 245. I'm going to take a trim here. $252. $254. Yeah, getting pretty close to a point I already want to trim more. Maybe 258. This looks like it could be a dead cat bounce, so I kind of don't want to push it too far before I take my next trim, and then we can let it go a little bit longer next time. Yeah, SAI is just done. PRFX is unhalted again. It is down pretty good, but we could start to see this move back up. I'm not holding on to a ton of it, so I'm not really super worried about it either way. But if you are holding on to quite a bit from our entry around 860, you're probably going to want to offload quite a bit here and just leave a little bit just in case it comes back up. AMD's got like nothing going on. 5 minute looks like half decent, but still looks like it's coming back down. Looks like it's getting rejected off the 200. And KLA back down. Anytime now. PRFX still looks like it might bounce off VWAP here. Kind of getting boring. And KLA, is it good to jump in if it drops a little? Yeah, I would say if you can get like a 245 to 243 entry would be good. And you can have a relatively tight stop because we don't expect to see this drop much further, right? We don't want to see this drop. I mean, there's obviously big wicks here, but we're not expecting that. So you could have a if you got like right here, 243 for an entry, you could move your stop down to like 240. Wouldn't really worry about putting it much lower than that though. Because this is a pretty risky trade. We're playing something that's knifing down really. So yeah, we're expecting a turnaround, but can never guarantee that. $10 on PRFX. SAI continues its breakdown down to that bottom band. So this could be another potential spot for an entry. I'm going to look at taking a SAI trade here. We're looking at 191. Going to go for like 220. Might even get further than that in a 180. Honestly, I'm thinking like 187. Maybe 186. Let's go 186 for a stop. Five minutes should be bouncing off here, so I think this is a good setup. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with it. And KLA bouncing off that band again, or the support area, so we are seeing some bullish candles forming here, which is good. Now, is it going to hold directly on that line and not stop us out? That's that is the question mark here. 1050 on PRFX. Boom, 1070 on our way back up. We're slowly grinding up. We're at 2.2%, so we hit the like minimum that we want on the day. I'd like to get more out of it though. Yeah, we're still starting to see some selling pressure here. It's not looking great. We might get stopped out on the remainder. Yeah, getting stopped on the remainder. Okay, not terrible. I think we ended up that positive on that NKLA trade, but not by a lot. Now the question is this actually going to turn around, or is it going to continue down? Time will tell. My only problem with SAI is the no volume. PRFX made its way up to a 1090 before dropping back down, and KLA so far coming back. Honestly, I'm not even sure I should have gotten into SAI because the volume is so low right now, but it just looks like a really good spot for a turnaround. So even though we have a lack of volume right now, this could be half decent. We will see, we will see. Oh, SAI. Still doing its thing. Waves not really doing a whole lot. It did make its way back up to $14. So, I mean, there was a possibility that this trade worked out for us if we had moved our stop down just a little bit more. And KLA, I have no words for this. It is back up to 250 now. So, sort of sucks, but well, I'll be a little more upset if it's 258. And then we got SAI here, right on the 200. I wonder what PRFX is going to do. Just scrolling now, doom scrolling, nothing's going on. SAI 190, that's actually the highest we've seen at 197. I'm going to take a small trim because I'm starting to get bored. SAI 197-ish. That's kind of the proper area anyway, since we went with a 186 stop, so that's like 4, 5, 6 cents to a 5 cent. There you go, 198. That's a 6 cent PT for a 6 cent stop loss. It's 1 to 1. That's what we were kind of usually aiming for anyway. And KLA is looking more bullish now. Oh, I hate it. Hate getting stopped at like that. I don't think it's gonna go super fire in the next couple minutes though, so. Yeah, we need some volume here on SAI. This might be something I'm stuck holding for a while. I think it could work out. I think it could be good, but it's gonna take a while. Give it probably 5, 6 more minutes. If we're not seeing any action, we'll call it a day and have a good weekend. PRFX showing signs of selling pressure here, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it come back down to VWAP for another bounce. I don't think it's going to come low enough to hit our stop for a while. You could even move your stop up if you want. Once the bands start to tighten up here, you could move your stop up to I don't know, probably close to 925 or something, if you're still in that. SAI still holding this area. Yeah, like no volume. What are we looking at here? 1,000 volume. Yikes. This thing's trading like 2 grand at a time. PRFX, look at that massive spike, 1150. What did we say? Oh, yeah, that's basically where we sold, so we're not quite at a point to take more profit yet, but we might be running up into a halt. It looks halted. I'm waiting for the halt scanner to pop up with it. Yep, it is halted. All right, well, we'll give this 5 more minutes then. It brings us basically to a regular time that we close out at anyway then. We'll see how it unhalts. We might get more money out of this. All right. Anytime now, we'll see something start to happen. SAI really needs some more volume if we're going to get out of this. Or else it's going to be small trims all the way up. I got 15,000 shares left, so it's going to take me a while to get out of this. Maybe not so much when we were, you know, back here on these candles where we're hitting, 77,000 and even 26,000. I could probably squeak out on a candle like that, but right now, 2,000 volume a minute, no such luck. So it's halted at 7:14. We got 4 more minutes. All right, now I'm upset with NKLA. I mean, it did dip down a couple cents lower, so, you know, it is what it is. Gotta change the notification sounds on Discord because they're all on again for some reason. There we go. SAI's back up. Still not looking great on volume, though. This is boring. What's up, my mate? What do you want? $198 and $195 and $198. 7:17. We got 2 more minutes left on this halt, and well, they should be. If it's a 10-minute halt, I'm gonna be upset. One more minute. God, this is so boring sometimes. Anytime now. Should probably just have this chart opened because I'll I'll definitely miss it if I don't. 719. All right, let's go on halt. I hope it unhalts at like $15. Super unlikely, but you never know. You never know. Oh, of course it opened down. Come on, make your move back up. Let's see a new high. It's pushing. It's pushing. 12 bucks. There, 12.72. I'm trimming some. Hell yeah. That was worth the wait. That was like a whole nother dollar there. And now I can just let you guys go with peace of mind, knowing that we made some money, and I'm still holding a little bit here. But we're definitely not going to wait for another halt on this, because we'll be here all day with this thing. But I'll alert when I trim next, so you guys will know. Anyways, we'll go over the trade tracker real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. Let's see. Made 19K today. Hang on. Got new software running, so it's a little janky here. 19K today, that's 3% on the portfolio, so not terrible. Definitely not one of our best days, but, you know, it is what it is. 64% on alerts, which is, again, not terrible. We hit 4 stops, though. Not the greatest. One of them, I thought this was going to be a break-even, but it wasn't. Did we get a break-even? Yeah, we got a couple break-evens. These 3 are here, SAI, NKLA, and NKLA. These ended all up being green, which is nice. I thought this was going to be a bigger green because I took a really heavy trim, but apparently not. But yeah, we did pretty good, and the only thing I didn't go over is what our win rate is, which is 77%. It's not terrible, but not where I want to be either, so we'll have to work on that. PRFX still holding some of this. SAI still holding some of that. We actually moved up to 204. I definitely should have trimmed a little bit there at 204. But yeah, we'll look for a trim around that area. If you're looking for anything to play, it's probably going to be PRFX and KLA and maybe SAI. I'd kind of, if you're not in this already, I'd wait for you to see some more volume on this before you start jumping in on it, because you don't want to do that on low volume. NQ still climbing, I see. Yeah, the rest of these look okay. Maybe ARBB off of this 200 at 404 would be okay. The rest of these I wouldn't really touch. I think AIMD is a possibility, but it's just been dead cat bouncing down the whole day, so it's kind of tough to say to jump in on something like that. But yeah, besides that, guys, I think I'm going to let you go. So enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys next week.